Day 5 of the Power Tour. We are cruising along some hokey little back road with farms all over the place, and these guys over here have decided to stop everyone. It's been about 5 minutes now, so I do think we're gonna have a lineup of cars probably going for miles. But such is Power Tour. I mean, that's happened a few times now where strange things have happened on these little roads, and wow, that was really close. Anyway, I am having an absolute blast though, don't get me wrong. This is so much fun. I actually prefer this over SEMA. SEMA, where you see these, you know, amazing cars that sit around and you know, they get built for tons and tons of money, but you don't actually get to see them driving around so much, you know, and that's what I really like about this. It's like a rolling car show. Some cool stuff. Anyway, that was just an update. Hopefully I'll have some more fun action coming soon. I'm gonna just record a little bit of the Power Tour cruise here. This is a relatively straight road. I feel like I could easily get it going. Interesting Oldsmobile wagon and a little Chevy 2 Nova in front of me. It looks like I'm going to be stuck out in the left lane here. We're supposed to be making a right soon, but I'm not the only one, so I think we'll plug in just a New Yorker. Some of the sights that you might get to see on the Power Tour. In front, probably hard to see on the camera, but there's a 30s car, then a 70s car, then a 90s car, then a 2000 something. I think that's a Malibu. I think it's a cop car, so I guess it's interesting. Not to me. This is full on God's country here. Heading over to Indianapolis. Drag strip there. I'm going to run this car, see if I can't a reasonable time. This thing here is my R3. It's become invaluable when I'm in Mexico because they use radar there. Okay, so here I am for day 5 of the Power Tour. We are at Lucas Oil Dragway in Indianapolis, Indiana, to be exact. And it seems like almost everybody is making the whole thing. Either that or people are just starting today. Because if you look at this crowd of cars, it is enormous. I don't even think most people are here yet because I left pretty darn early. But, it's give you a bird's eye view of just how big this thing is. It goes on for, it's got to be, well, the full quarter mile plus some, and the slowdown lane. So we've basically got just cars running the entire distance. If I could cover all the cars, it would be a miracle on a battery. But we got little blocks of cars. It's kind of funny. We got the little Monza block over here. We got a fellow Camaro without a sunroof. Gives it that nice little, I don't know what you call it, little potty line and the roof. And a little bit more headroom. Not that I care that much about that. I'm not that scared. Lower the back just enough to change that angle a little bit. So something cool here. When they pump me, it's always in a different, location depending on the time that you get here. So I'm always part of a different group of cars. I mean, this time we've got the crazy Monza block, and this one's an original V8 305. It's still 305 in that thing. It's just begging to be made fast. That's Nova. Or Chevy 2 purple. I just walk along, doing stuff. 67 Firebird with a 400 in it. It's a pretty cool car. You can tell it's a 67. It doesn't have any side marker lights. It's a little windy out here, so if it's coming through, my apologies, but not much I can do about it. I've got the best mic I can afford. which, I mean, is not bad. It's not great, though. Here, wait, I can actually show you the sock it's got. It's a Rode mic with a big old furry thing on it. When in doubt, LS it. You can see a Mercury Marauder every day. Yeah, you do see an LS Camaro every day. Around here anyway. Shelby. Another. Pretty nice truck. Small block. Nice looking 69. Well, there's that.
That's why when I go on my next.
It's a nice bandit car. Supercharged. Clean looking Chevelle. Very clean looking Nova. It's funny, I've owned a bunch of these cars throughout the years. So definitely the Nova. Never had a Fairlane. Funny, I used to think that was a really big car. Now it's middle-sized. .400 Pontiac Le Mans. It's got the window sticker. That's always cute to have them made up again. So there you go. Imagine paying $4,000 for something like that. I think the paint is probably better than original. Looks like a 69 SS396. Nice car. Chevelle. John Force here, giving signatures out.
I'm out. Helping the other bullet. Out. He goes, bullet from Tennessee.
That's pretty nice for a 72 Chevelle.
$22 a year long. You can layer it up if you like. Got to check that out. I got a protective coating for the 55.
I guess it's for sale, $105,000.
The paint's all chipped up. Oh, and I saw the Moose Head. Moose's wife drives a 56 Chevy. It's on the long haul. I think this is her third or fourth long haul. They broke it down. I just saw her, Sinbad. I just saw the Moose Head. It wasn't just, it was a little while ago. She took the 56 down the 8th mile. How'd she do?
Very nice
6 seconds?
mile right next to it.
Nice. She at least slowed it down there, and that's fantastic. I love it. A 140.
I like these full-on Pro Touring cars.
14-second time slip. There you go. That's not bad at all.
And here's a 55. Another one. I mean, it's just an LS, but still, it's beautiful. At least I think it's a 55. Could be a 56 for all I know. I don't know, it's a 55. Miata with Aero. And a Ford small block. 302, possibly stroked, I don't know, but pretty cool car.
I saw one of these on the road. Never seen any yet.
I like it because it looks clean too, you know, it doesn't look nasty. It's got some Phytech on it. Crushed velour or velvet or whatever that stuff is in the interior. It's definitely old school. I think this is like a 56 or I'm not 56. Oh geez, 58 or 59, something like that. That might mean it's a 58. I'm not sure. Patina Parade. It's just car after car. Sorry, but that was crippling my bed. Let's see if I can not do that. Nice ourselves. And ahead of us there is the craziest limo I think I've seen on the trip. It's got the flags in the front. It must be presidential. Tons of ZL1 Camaros here. And Z06. Corvettes. I think that, you know, C7s are everywhere, but the C8 is going to be something to behold. Nice 4th gen. Convertible. Possibly an SS. Kind of up in the air. So I think the SS grill is different. Pretty clean Cutlass. I think that's a compressor, am I right? Yes. Chevy SS. I never could understand why that thing was so expensive. A couple of CTSVs. New Camaros. I thought in person the taillights would grow on me. They haven't. Cool pickup truck. That's not a color I would buy. Nice vet anyway. Chevelle. Convertible Firebird. This Challenger. Man, is that thing ugly. This Grand Prix. I got a story about this. I picked one of these up locally probably 25 years ago for $100. It had the 400. I think it was the same thing, the Model J, yep. I yanked the motor, threw it in a Grand Prix, and off went the body to the junkie. Unfortunately, you know, you couldn't see forward so many years where things would become important or interesting. Nice little box Novas. LS everything, baby. Except for this one. Straight 6. The Iron Duke, I think they call that. Camaro LS. I think I saw this thing at SEMA. It's insane.
I'm sure it's got to make it do something.
It takes some time to build something like this. It must be interesting to drive. I've never seen the trailer. And it's funny because that's on bags too, so it sinks. Very cute. It's even fun just to see what's driving down pit row. sadness. That's cool. He's letting people sign the hood. All right, done originally. It's other than red, which mine is. This one's orange. This would be my car. Yeah, as far as I can see, it's real too. So it's got the right reverse lights underneath, right tail lights. Obviously the right headlights, and it's got the deluxe interior that gives you the stripes. I wonder if it's got the fold down seat. I think it is. You would think, you know, fold down seats didn't come out until much later, but here 67 Camaros had fold down back seats. At least some of them did. Real nice car. I think he's got the 12 volt. He does. And see, that's a little trick when you're looking at GM rears from these old cars like Novas and Chevelles and whatnot. If you see 2 bolts at the bottom, that's a 12 bolt. If you see 1, it's a 10 bolt. And that car there, if it really is, and I think it is, an original SS RS car, it should be 12 volt. Roadrunner. Oh, gotta look at this thing. There we go. We have a bug. Let's put a 572 big block Chevy in it in the front and make it rear wheel drive while we're at it. Well, it always was rear wheel drive, but it had an engine back there. That is mega cool.
First burnout, I missed you. Pulled up when we first burnout.
Big cool Nova. Silverado doesn't sound normal. Oh God, they're people movers. I had no idea. It is a long walk. This is how I keep thin though. I keep moving. All right, maybe not thin. A little thin. Not fat. Not really fat. How's that? It was like the 45ths with the stripes like this. I could probably get sick of it if I had it for a long time, but I only see them every now and then, so they're cool. I'm pretty sure the Flying Sparks garage is here with their Garfield truck. They've been kind of looking around for it, but there's so many cars here. I think I would run out of legs and batteries if I walked past every single car. Literally miles of cars. And they're saying now that this is record attendance. Because I came, of course, my first power tour. Now that's interesting.
Beaches, barbecue, or road trips, we've got the Chevy you need. Listen to these deals. We have over 200 Silverados in stock for the
still front wheel drive.
in 84 months with 0% financing. When you buy a new
It's amazing what people can do.
drive one home for just $149 a month.
Regular SS,
New
nice
Equinox for
car.
$99 a month. Or a new Tahoe for only $399 a month. And no matter where you're driving from in Central Indiana, you're going to save money during the summer savings event at Indy's #1 Silverado dealer,
Dark
Racing
Demon.
Chevrolet. At I-74
I thought it was a Duster from far away.
RacingOpenChevrolet.com. Find new roads at Racing Open Chevrolet, where we're stacking new Chevy Steam and selling them cheap.
Ugh. Nice Buick.
My grandkids and my doctors.
More stuff to see. It's just me or the guys with the bugs are the craziest people. I think they always have been. That's funny. Look at the steering wheel. It's Ford. I think that's a, I want to say 90 Mustang. And I bet you that's where they got the engine from too. That's definitely Rat Rod. Okay. Four-door Impala. Like these were just a dime a dozen thrown in a junkyard. But they made so many of them, I guess there's still a few left. And yeah, it's kind of nice to see it alive. Nice Chevelle. Very clean. Nice paint. Before there was a Mustang, I said, ew, it was because the paint looked like somebody did it with a roller. Yeah, I think this is a 74, because I think the 73 didn't have quite that far out of a bumper. And the 68 to 72s get all the love, but I think it's because of the bumpers. I think it's pretty good looking. I think this must be a 76. 82, is it a 4-speed? Nope, it's an auto. Oh well. Alright, so I think mine has more opportunity, but this one drives, so it wins. It's gotta be a replica. Yeah, it is. But I think with the Cobras, the replicas are often better than the original cars ever were. So it's not like, you know, replica junk. They're really, really cool. Here's another one. That's funny too, because you get people that like Chevy, people that like Ford, and you could get whatever you want in these things. The funky seams. Not sure if you see those, but the seams like show up all over that one. Real nice Hemi Charger. That's the modern Hemi. Very cool. Pulling out in a traffic jam of hot rods. It's like a 73 or 74 Monty. Those are getting rare. Because if you're from 1973 or 74, and they weren't all that sought after. Maybe a little. I like it when they don't split bumper those like 70, 72 Camaros. If they're not originally split bumpers, leave them alone. You know? Anyway, this is my end of day 5. It's been tiring, but a lot of fun, and see some really, really nice people. I've met, chatted, and you know, might toss around some adult beverages and that type of thing. Not a lot, just a little. But yeah, I think I like this better than I do SEMA. It's just, I've actually told my wife I might go to SEMA like every 5 years now. I think I'm going to try to do this yearly, which a whole lot of people do. Oh yeah, I wonder if my heads-up display comes up in the video. I did the dyno before, and I remember looking. It does go up to 150 miles an hour, or beyond it. It's 4th gear. When I take it to 7 grand, I'm doing a whole lot of speed. Okay, trying to get out of here is a complete and utter cluster. I'm not sure what you can see up here. Probably better than me. You can see I'm maybe not in the best line, but I can't tell. There's still tons of people here, but I guess it's, you know, leaving time for a lot of people, and it's just not moving. I think there's too many people cutting in, like from the other side or from the lanes or something like that. But that's me complaining. All right, not really complaining. It's whatever. But it's just amazing that it's this disorganized. And the staff guy's driving around in circles. Now, one more car I like. LS3 Trans Am. Police and I don't know what the hell that is. That wouldn't fly in New York. Little bus, actually, motos. I gotta find out what he put in that thing. It's something crazy. LED tail lights, that's cute. It looks like a 50s or early 60s bread van or something like that. I think he's actually changed out the chassis and obviously the engine. some pretty powerful.
The rim to Indianapolis.
There's the cop car guy up there. I'm telling you, by me, if you drove around something like that, you'd be pulled over constantly. They're very anti any other color lights.
Turn right onto the rim to Indianapolis, then merge onto I-74.
Yes, ma'am. Lug that gear.
Continue on I-74 for 4 miles.
It's definitely not slow. Is he actually out of Jersey? Is that what that is? Oh, it's hard to tell. It says antique on the bottom, so I don't know. nice. It's a good thing we're in Mexico. Trying to get a good picture of the side of this thing. Okay, it is day 6. We're in Indiana. Getting here was fun in the rain, and still, diehards all made it. So this place is got multiple lots packed out. We're actually at Purdue University. Never thought I'd be at Purdue, so something new for me. I'm just here to take some quick video, probably getting the camera soaking wet. I don't care, I don't want to miss a day. But I'm going right over to the vendor area here where I can swap in my HP tuner. They're going to do the upgrade to the MVI2 from my old one, and that way I don't have to ship it, because I don't know, I just don't like shipping expensive stuff around. So anyway, it's crazy day after 6 days, thousands of miles, a lot of fun driving. I like to drive, but most people probably don't like to drive as much as I do. But it's been an absolute blast thus far. I'm looking forward to no rain tomorrow. So. Okay, even though the wind is nasty and the rain is terrible, I gotta get some pictures of the lunar vet here. It looks pretty cool. And one of them plum crazy RTs. It's really clean. I bet you it doesn't see the rain that often. Galaxy 500. I had one of those, not that old. I totaled it. Totally my fault. I was 17.
I don't think we came together.
Fairlane Skyliner. That one's cool. I think that's the one where the roof goes into the trunk. 70 Chevelle. Not lying to people, saying it's an SS. I like that. I appreciate it a lot. It's got SS wheels, but that's not a bad thing in my mind. Wagons are cool. Looks like something from the 1920s. Is that a Model T pickup? Might be way too custom for me to figure out. Oh, it's a Ford. Yeah, so maybe it is. Cool. 60 Chevy C10. Z28 before they were $70,000. 70 Chevelle SS. Looking around here, it's like there's a dime a dozen. Everywhere. More cars that I really doubt see the rain very often. The Shaggin' Wagon. It's got 440 written on there, like that's odd. Those wagons came with 440s. Camaro next to my Camaro, which has a funny leaf hanging on the side of it. I guess it's a green Camaro now. It's been growing trees. See how it looks from the outside. Let's see, I got my Easy Pass. You can see my little dash cam in the middle there. Well, maybe you can, I can. And then where my phone mounts. Yeah, it's a mess. So unfortunately I can't flip my plate down. I unhooked it because it sucks juice out of the battery. So it's got some sort of internal leak. I don't know what it is. But I do like the look of like this more with no plate versus that with the plate, even though it's undermounted. So if somebody buys it from like Indiana, they could just take it off and nobody will know the wiser. Cool fastback Charger. '67 SS Camaro. 442. These were like not all that interesting in the 70s and 80s, but now they are. Because there's another Oldsmobile 4i, like an 85 or 4 GT. 85, 5.0. I was driving behind this guy for like 80 miles when he suddenly took a turn for something, I don't know, gasoline or whatever. Very interesting though. This thing's turbo. Truck intake LS? Yeah, I think so. It's a little beat up in the front, but not too bad. I guess they call that patina these days. The usual patina rot holes in the side. It actually looks good. It's kind of funny though, it's a 66 Impala and it says 58 Chevy. I guess he must have a 58 he's got hooked to his Instagram account. Oh boy, it's a rough day for this one. So guys, Skylark, Lightning pickup. Those are cool modern day stuff. More patina. Cool vet letting me get across the street. Let's see. Monty? I think these two are the same year. I think that's a different year. Maybe that's a 70 and this is a 71 or something like that. I know they're right around that edge. The hood on this car is gigantic. It goes all the way to the front, to the windshield. It's got to be, I don't know, 6 feet long. That's the Marauder. It was the Ford answer to the, or Mercury's answer to the Impala SS. Oh wait, yeah, and yet another Monty. Maybe that's just a custom grill that everybody buys or something, I'm not sure. I don't remember it from back in the day, but my memory's not all that wonderful anyway, so. Real nice Grand National. I remember you could buy a mint one of these for like 10 grand. Now, forget it. Another Monty. Must be a Monty Club thing here. We got a Yankee fan. This one looks like it's set up for drag, yes? Alright, so here I am. Day 6 was kind of a washout. I mean, I got here relatively early and people were already leaving. So it's mostly because it's in the 50s and it's raining. On and off, it's getting hard and light. And I've during the lulls, I did some walking around looking at cars and stuff. But my hands are freezing just from being wet, and it was difficult. I'm gonna have to throw out a lot of the footage because I noticed a lot of water on the lens. But that said, I can't even say this is a bad day. I mean, we had a nice drive, a little slippery. Turn off traction control, it makes it much more fun in the rain. If you're not initiated, leave it on, because you know it's easy to crash also. But that said, it's an absolute blast doing this whole drive. I'm already, you know, more than 50% more miles on this car than I started with, which is kind of what I was looking for. You know, get your money out of it. The thing is, though, I want to bring some friends next year, so hopefully I can, you know, either meet up with some new folks or some of my existing car nuts can come along with me. And for that, this is day 6 out. Okay, so this will be my last wander around the hotel parking lot looking at cars, because tomorrow I'm going to the show, and then I'm going to be driving from Ohio back to New York. 8.5-hour drive. Hopefully there's not too much traffic. It could turn into 12. But I don't have a hotel booked for tomorrow, and I really do need to get home. So here's for some car looking. There's a nice wagon just pulled in. Got an orange Monty. I can't say I've ever seen a Monty in that color before. That's definitely aftermarket. Not that every one of these cars hasn't been painted at some point, except for maybe this one. This one kind of looks like stock paint. Pretty cool Impala wagon. Those are the 9-passenger jobbies. You could put more in there than you can in some of the Suburbans of today. Nice new model SS. Tricked out truck. '68 SS Camaro. And this looks like a 55 or 56 Pontiac that's been made into an off-road looking monster. It's very cool. A Laguna wagon taxi. Okay. It's a lowrider. It looks like something out of California, the way the wheels are tucked and it's bagged down. But it's apparently from Maryland. And that's me. We got what looks like a race-oriented Mustang and a Firebird. Looks like a 82 or an 83. And that about does it for this lot. I think a lot of people probably out at dinner and whatnot, but actually there's one more on the corner here. There's a little pickup. Can't guarantee it's from the show. I would imagine it probably is. But wait, yeah, I see a Power Tour sticker, so it's definitely the show. Wait. There's a couple of things I didn't see. That is a Corvette on a trailer. I don't know if that means he broke down or maybe he's doing something other than the Power Tour. Nice Cobra. GT 350 convertible. 4i Mustang. And then everything that's wrong with the modern car, the Prius. At least it looks like he's trying to trash the car. It's a plus.